up before I take back my time.
What's good? It's your girl Nyla Sophia. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hi, welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, what's good? Okay, so this video is about things I wish I knew before going to Belize, and also a couple of things I think you should know before you travel to Belize. I love Belize. Like, I want to go back again, girl. But let's get right into the nitty gritty. And I put my notes all on my phone, so if you see me, yeah. So I traveled to Belize City, San Pedro, and Caulker. Well, it's not Caulker, it's Caulker. So for the Belize City, most of the excursions is in the city / the island, like cave tubing, the Mayan tour. Like, I guess I keep saying it wrong. I know it's the Mayan. It started with the Mayan. Like, you go up. I don't know, but yeah, and etc. I wish I booked the Airbnb in Belize City first, because I booked it in San Pedro, and then the excursion was the next day. We had to take the ferry. I keep saying ferry. It's the water taxi. That's what it is. I say taxi, but I don't know. It's the water taxi. We take the water taxi to Belize City, and that's like an hour and 30 minutes. When we first got there, we took the plane, which is only 13 minutes, but it's a little pricier. So that's why I wish I did. Yeah. And then the plane, yeah, it's about 12 to 15 minutes, and which is about like 100. It's a little price. I think it was like, I'll put the prices up here, cause I booked 2 planes, one from Belize City to San Pedro, and then one from Caulker, cause that's when we ended our trip at, from Caulker to Belize City, cause it didn't make no sense pretty much. So like the water taxi is an hour and 30 minutes from San Pedro to Belize City. And yeah, it could either be longer or cheaper, and the water taxi is hot with a lot of people. So yeah, I highly recommend, if you're doing excursions, to book your Airbnb in Belize City first. So that's pretty much all I got for Belize City, because I didn't really spend much of my time in Belize City. It was mainly in San Pedro and Caulker. So San Pedro. And I'm doing this in categories, so I'm gonna talk about the golf carts. So what I did mainly, golf carts, okay, sorry, I'm all over the place. This island mainly, Belize City, this island and Caulker mainly use golf carts. So to rent one typically ranges from like $30 to $50 a day. It's also a walkable island, but I would prefer to rent a golf cart if it's your first time there, so you could get to know the area more. You could either pre-book your golf cart and schedule them to be there at the time you arrive at the island to make things go smoothly, or when you get there, literally, you could like rent a golf cart. They're directly outside the airport, and there's also like people right there coming to you asking if you need a taxi or you need to rent a golf cart at the airport, so you don't have to rush about that. But I pre-booked mine because I just wanted to be on the safe side, especially San Pedro, and I did a little bit of my research. So the golf cart I use is called Luxury Golf Carts, and I rented it for 3 days because I was only there for about like 2 days or whatever, but 3 days in San Pedro for $100 in total. So I'll put the information like on the side of the screen right over here for you guys if you guys want to use them. So that's it for golf carts. Next, phone service. Don't be like me when you get there. I did not do my research on. I did, but I just like, I'll be fine. I use WhatsApp. No, girl, you need more than WhatsApp. If you like me, you need your phone. So I also, since you're traveling out the country, you're not gonna have service at all. Depending on who's your phone service. I use T-Mobile. No, I use Metro / T-Mobile. So I had to download the WhatsApp. I had to download WhatsApp, and I talk to my family through there and friends, but it only works if my phone is connected to Wi-Fi. So if I'm out the Airbnb without the Wi-Fi, it's a wonky. Like, my map's not working. It was very hard for me to like find the Airbnb without my connection, my phone and stuff. So I downloaded this app called Airlo, and this is not sponsored. I'm just giving y'all tips and stuff. So I downloaded this app called Airlo. I'm gonna put like a picture of it right there. And I also bought some service for 7 days in Belize for about like $30 for 5 gigabytes. That actually helped me more because without having a Wi-Fi, I need to use my Apple Maps GPS to get around the island to find my Airbnb, which was pretty difficult at first because when I landed, I did not have service at all. So I highly recommend getting that if you're traveling anywhere internationally, so for your service company won't charge you extra insane amounts. Or if you have or just ask your service company if they give like a discount for international service, which some do. Like I think Verizon do. But I don't have Verizon, so I know somebody who do. That for my phone stuff. Airbnbs. I book an Airbnb close to like local foods and the beach for about 2 days in San Pedro. I love my Airbnb. It was like a perfect area. You could either walk or use the golf cart. And also my Airbnb host, she would have picked us up from the airport, but I just already had my golf cart booked. We could have walked if we wanted to, but like I said, I didn't know the area. Me and my dad didn't know the area, so we got the golf cart, and it was quicker riding with the golf cart. If walking would be quick too, but it'll take a little minute. So yeah, my Airbnb was good. Streets in San Pedro don't have street lights or really like street signs. So when I first got there, my phone service wasn't really working. So finding the Airbnb was very difficult because they didn't really have street signs. So you had to basically look around your surroundings. I know for my Airbnb, she was saying like it was by this coffee shop, it was by the school and stuff. So that's like kind of like their signs or whatever. So keep in mind, they don't really have exact location address. Literally, the roads are a little bumpy, and some have potholes. So yeah, the food. Oh my gosh, I love the food. I think I like San Pedro food better than Caye, but we're gonna talk about that later. So since everybody love lobster, right? Lobster and crab, that's what everybody go to Belize for. Well, it's very popular on social media, is the lobster and stuff. I love lobster, but keep in mind, it was not lobster season. Lobster season, it starts in July. So if you're going to if you're going to Belize, just know you're not gonna get lobster if you're not going in July, period. So I highly recommend waiting to go to July. I probably would go back to July, but I'm kind of busy right now, so yeah. But I mainly came there for some good snapper. I love me some snapper. That's what I ate all day. Not all day, but like every night. And I put the pictures on the side right there. Like, I think the best snapper I had was when I went to Secret Beach. Because like the snapper was good. The size was like everything combined together was good. It was just not the snapper, you know? And then I think it's called Caye something. I'll put the name over there. I put everything on the side. And then also Elves. I don't know if I'm saying it right. ELIV. They snapper was bomb. Oh, and then Caulker snapper was good too, but it wasn't fried though. I think if it was fried, I would fall in love with it. But I'm in love. Period. So yeah, I did notice like in San Pedro Island, they have more variety of foods options than Caulker. Like for instance, San Pedro have a lot of fried snapper options. Caulker only have like grilled snappers. Like they're not doing all that fried stuff. So if you want the fried, go to San Pedro. And I love me some good fried snapper and some good grilled snapper too, but I prefer the fried. For real. Next up, Secret Beach. So Secret Beach is in San Pedro, and it's about a 30 to 40 minute drive using the golf cart, or you could take a boat there. I don't know how long it's gonna take with the boat, probably quicker, but we did the golf cart. When I got to Secret Beach, there were about like 5 restaurants. There were Coco Gray, Secret Bar Restaurant, Swing Bar Restaurant, by Blue Bayou. I went to Coco Groove. I went to Coco Groove first because they was right there. all their restaurants are very highly competitive. Like, as soon as you get there, they're like waving you down, coming to your golf cart, telling you to park right here. That's where they got us first, because I'm like, I know that was not Blue Bayou, but I'm like, huh? Like, this is where you park, whatever. Like, they was so aggressive. They want you to come. But their hospitality was like so immaculate and amazing. Like, and that's why I got the snapper, the best snapper there. I loved it. Like, their food was good. I heard like Blue Bayou food is like mid because they got a lot of people, but Caulker food was really good. The music, it was like pretty chill. They wasn't playing like hype music, so I recommend going there for the food and just chilling. And then we like went to different restaurants because it's like a little like, it's a beach, but like a little restaurants down the beach, so you could literally like bar hop or whatever. And they also had good seats and very chilling, not too many people, whatever. Then we drove the golf cart down. Probably took like a minute or two. You could have walked too, but like, who doing all that walking in that sun? We drove the golf cart down to Swing Bar. They had good music, like hip hop, R&B, if that's your type of vibe. But I didn't get their food there. I didn't eat because I was already full off of the first restaurant. Then lastly, we went to Blue Bayou, the very popular one that everybody go to on TikTok and stuff. So I was like, I gotta try it to see like what's the vibe. It had some chill music, like a little bit R&B, a little hip hop, but not so more like hip hop, like pop a little bit. Very chill. It was a lot of people. My dad did order like some quesadillas. It took like an hour. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, it's a lot of people. I just got their drink. I got a daiquiri. That's what I was drinking, like a strawberry daiquiri. The hospitality was okay because it's busy, but like compared to the first one, I picked the hospitality over that one. And it's like when you get there, if you're gonna sit in the water with the tables and stuff, you gotta already know what you want to eat. You can't ask them for no menu because they're gonna tell you go walk yourself back up there and look at the menu on the board. Like, they're not playing that. They want you in and out because they keep going in the water and stuff, which I understand. It's a hard work, but still, But like the first place, they gave us the menu. Like, they was like 10 out of 10. So, but I didn't go to the other restaurants because they didn't have good music and nobody was like really over there. Like the first one, like all the way like secret bar, restaurant, whatever. I didn't even know it was a restaurant over there. It was like dead. And then the very last one, so dead too. But they was offering free shots because like nobody was coming. But I would highly recommend eating at Coco Grove. I don't know if I'm saying that. I'm sorry if I'm butchering. I'm going to look it up and just put it right over here. But Coco something, I highly recommend eating it there. And then for dancing vibe and the food. And then for taking pictures and stuff and dancing environment, I recommend Swing Bar. They was like really good. Like, I'll go back for them because I didn't really get the vibe or whatever, get like the chill. But like, we was next door next to Blue Bayou and they was having a blast, like playing Sexy Red, like my type of music, period. And then go to this Blue Bayou for the pictures and the drinks and stuff, to post on the gram and on TikTok. So yeah, I'll say that's my experience with Secret Bar. I really like it. So yeah. So now that's it for St. Pedro. Caulker. Let me see what to say about Caulker. I wish I did the opposite. I wish I stayed at Caulker. Not even stay, like did a day trip. Went there for the day, spend a day, and then go back to St. Pedro. Like, Caulker is not really my vibe. The food is good. I started enjoying it later, but yeah. So, okay. So I went to Caulker for about 3 days. The last part of my trip. I highly recommend going for the day trip. This island is more slower and chill than St. Pedro. Their vibe is take it slow. That's their vibe. You will see it. People will talk about it all the time. Just take it slow. The golf carts there is very different from St. Pedro. Since it's a very smaller island, they only have about 2 golf cart rental companies, and they overpriced because it's really a small island and you don't really need a golf cart. You do, but you don't, if you know what I mean. But I needed a golf cart because as soon as I got off that taxi, I was blazing hot. The sun was I don't know why, but I think the sun is just more potent on that island. I was over it and hauling my luggage. I'm thinking as soon as I get out the taxi, I'm gonna find a golf cart rental. They have hella taxis, I'm not gonna lie, but I didn't want a taxi and I didn't know nothing about it. But yeah, they overcharge for their golf carts if you're trying to rent it, which is almost $100 a day. But we did get that because I did not know where the Airbnb was, I'm not gonna lie. So I highly recommend getting a golf cart or just getting a taxi to your Airbnb, and then you can literally just walk on the island. It's not that big. Everything is like in one line, like every food, all that stuff is right there, and then the beach is like on the side, whatever. But golf cart, mainly people walk, use their feet, or they ride their bikes. My plan was to use the bike, but like be realistically, like how are we gonna take our luggage with the bike? I mean, we could have took a taxi and then ride a bike, but it wasn't happening. So so we rented a golf cart about 2 days because I had all my luggage with me and I didn't want to walk to the Airbnb. And even though I could have, the Airbnb wasn't far, it was just way much harder on the island. Like, so now let's get into the Airbnb, my favorite part. This Airbnb was not my favorite. I didn't know what the Airbnb. I booked the Airbnb. I booked everything. Period. This was my trip, but my Airbnb, I would rate it a 6.57 out of 10 because it took us about 30 minutes to find it, and check-in was until 4 p.m. Like, that's so late. Even though I asked the host, can we check in early, which we did, but it was like, come on, like. But as soon as I found it, I was already hot, and when I got inside, I was heated. Like, when I say the Airbnb was hot, hence they did tell me like instructions, like saying like since it's like a smaller island, like they use a generator. I don't know if the island use a generator or like the Airbnb people use a generator, I don't know. So like they conserve like their energy and air and stuff. So that's why when you first get there, when I first got in the Airbnb, it was like really, really hot. But as soon as we turned it on and let it sit for a minute, it got really chill. So that calmed me down a little bit. But I was like already done for. Like, I was already looking for new Airbnbs, hotels. Like, I was already mad. I'm not gonna lie. Also, I'm very terrified of cats. So like how the Airbnb was set up, it's like we on this side and there's like another side and there's a pool in the middle. So it's kind of getting like motel vibes a little bit. So they have multiple units. And on the other side, I see like food in a bowl. And it didn't look like dog food, it looked like cat food. So I'm like, oh my gosh, they got a cat here. So I'm looking for the cat. There goes Tom. That's what I named the cat. I named the cat Tom. Tom was right there. It was a cool, chill cat, but still, like, I'm not messing with no cats for real. Maybe one day, but I highly doubt it. So yeah, I did not like that at all. But other than the Airbnb, it was okay. It was very local to everything, like food spots, bars and stuff. With the golf cart, with the bike, it would be local too. Walking, it'll be local too. But like, who wanna walk? Like, no. But however, I wouldn't stay there again because of that cat. I'm not gonna lie. That really threw me off. It really did. But yeah, food. It's a lot of local food spots, like mom and pops, mom and pops, like really small, like smaller than my room and stuff. Well, probably like my room, whatever. But I really enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. It gave fresh, because as soon as I touched back down to the States, I'm like, ugh. Like, I just want that food again. Like, they cook it like fresh on the spot. Delish. Bliss Beach. So Bliss Beach is on Caulker. Sorry if y'all hear my dog. He's upset because we gotta walk him, but I'm almost done. So Bliss Beach is on Caulker. You take like a 1 to 2 minute boat ride across the split. It's like next to like the sip and dip, whatever. You'll see it when you go straight down or whatever. That's what's called the split. So you gotta take a little boat ride. You could either take it with your golf cart, which we did, or your bike, or yeah, period. After that, it takes about 20 minutes on the golf cart and about probably 30 minutes biking, and probably like, I'll say 40 an hour walking there. But like, who's walking there? Nobody, realistically. Or you can either take a boat. Like, some people, when I was there, was taking a boat, like private boats and stuff, so they had their own thing going on. But that beach is like more so chill, like just relaxing, woosah, like take it slow. So when I was on there, I was just reading my book, just taking in the water, the sun, vibing. It was pretty chill. I really like it. I would go back again, just for like a chill vibe. Yeah, so that's it for Caulker. That's all I have to say for the Caulker. Yeah, pretty much chilled on that island. I give it an 8 out of 10 and San Pedro a 10 out of 10. Extra things that I think y'all should know. I did the cave tubing excursion and it was pretty much fun. It was like a chill, lazy river. It was not what I was expecting. I thought it was like water rafting, like we go like how I did like in Puerto Rico, was jumping off cliffs and stuff. I thought it was gonna be like that. Like I don't know what I was thinking, but I didn't think it was gonna be chill. But it was a 10 out of 10. Would I do it again? Probably not, because I already did it. I'll probably do something else, but I like that excursion. Only did one excursion though. And then there's a lot of like random dogs on the island in St. Pedro. If you're scared of dogs, I just want to let you know. I'm not really scared of dogs. I don't really care. I'm scared of cats. But yeah, small and large dogs. Just want to let you know that. And then also, yeah, like I said, and the same with cats too. If you're scared of cats, that's like me. But it wasn't not like a certain amount of cats. Like okay, here and there. It was like I don't know how to explain it, but like the first day I was like, okay, I was getting surprised with cats here and there, but the second day I knew where the cats were at, so I was like, okay, I'm not going over there. I'm over here, let me watch my back. So yeah. Overall, I'll give my trip a 10 out of 10, minus some hiccups, but I will definitely be back to Belize. I think I'll be spending more of my time in San Pedro. And then I'm gonna probably take a trip to like Guatemala, because Guatemala is like really close to Belize too. So I think I'll do that. And then there's also other islands in Belize that I want to check out. I think they start with a P and something else. So I'll probably check out those too. But I'll be back for that snapper, baby. But yeah, those are my tips and things I wish I knew sooner, or things I wish I knew before going to Belize, and I think you should know too. So if you guys like this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and let me know when you're going to Belize, or if you already went, what would you rate your trip? How was it? Tell me in the comments. And bye.
You got a 2-day trial before I take back my time to make you pay. 30-day trial before I make my mind, and it's a waste.